Okay, number 4. They need to know how to handle money.
Oh, yeah.
This is so important. They need to know things like how to open a bank account, how to create a budget, which that's kind of the easy part of budgeting, is creating the budget. The difficult part of budgeting is living on that budget.
Yeah.
And living within your means and only spending money that you have, and not all the money you have and all of that. They need to learn how to grocery shop and price compare and things like that. Where should they grocery shop and all of that kind of thing. And then this is something we've taught our kids since they were teeny tiny. And that is to tithe, save, and spend. So tithe, that word simply means 10%. And we believe that we give 10% at the very minimum to
At
God.
the minimum, yeah. We do more of that personally, but at the minimum.
That's at the minimum. Then we give more above and beyond that. But we're teaching them at the very least to start at the minimum. So they know any money that they get, anything that comes in, first tithe comes out of that, and that's given to God. Then they learn to save, and that's a percentage as well. They save a certain percent, and then the rest they can spend if they want to. I'm so pleased to say that most of the time our girls save above the percentage that we've asked them to save.
Yeah, because kind of what we had started off with, and you'll have to correct me if the percentages have changed, but I remember when we first started off, it was like you tithe 10%, you save 10%, and you have 80% to live on.
That is exactly what we had at the beginning. And I begged you to change that. Do you remember?
Well, they don't have actual expenses like bills. So that save percentage when they're young can be a lot higher.
So we have episodes on this podcast about finances, and we're not going to go deep into this, but Thomas and I are different people. I'm a saver. He's a spender in general. And I would say that both of us, since being married 20 years, have both come more towards each other in that.
Oh, most definitely.
You save way more than you ever did, and I spend more than
I really do. In fact, I actually found cash in my back pocket.
Really?
I've got cash in my back pocket right now.
Congratulations.
Should we see how much it is?
Yeah, let's see. Count it up, baby. You going to take me out to breakfast after this episode?
I might. I've got...
Oh.
I don't even know where it came from. I've got like 30, 40, $1 or $2 here.
Fantastic.
I've been saving it for who knows how long. Because guess what? I haven't washed these jeans in ages. I'm just kidding. You do my laundry.
I know I do your laundry. Listen, saving is different than forgetting your money.
Hey, that's one way to save it.
You lost your money. You didn't save it. You lost it and found it later. You're like, I've been saving this for 3 months. Okay. So anyway, because I'm the saver by nature and he's the spender by nature, when we were deciding the percentages, I'm the fun killer, as we've talked about many times on this podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, tithe 10%. And I was like, save 40%.
Oh my gosh,
and they can
that's
spend
right.
the rest. And I tried to convince you. I was like, honey, they have no expenses. Everything that they don't save, they're just going to blow on candy. You know, like we need to have a much bigger save category. And you won that battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do. They on their own save more than 10%.
Yes.
But it helps them to have that percentage in their mind as a base, so that they learn how to budget properly and use that 80% for what they need to use it for.
That's right. So all of the things that we want to teach them about finances come down to this verse right here. This verse, Psalm 24:1. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and all those who dwell therein. Listen, this is what we teach them. Everything is God's already.
Right.
Every dime that you earn, every penny that you have, everything, material item that you have is already God's. So you look at it as his and you use it for him. And you are a good steward of this stuff that is ultimately his. You are a steward. So be careful with how you spend your money. And that's at the heart of what we teach them on finances.
Oh, I'm going to say one more thing about finances, and this will segue into number 5, because we live in a digital society now. So whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, I like it because it's convenient.
Yeah.
But I just found out about this literally yesterday.
Okay.
So many of you are familiar with Venmo and Cash App and all that kind of stuff, so you can digitally pay. Venmo actually, I don't know if it's out yet or if it's coming out.
Okay.
But they have a kids, so you can link up a kids account, so that rather than giving your kid $20 to go to the movies or whatever, you can literally just drop $20 in their own Venmo account. And then you as a parent can control, like you can shut it off, you can control who sees it and all those sorts of things.
And you can see where every penny went.
Exactly. And so then it's it's another way to teach them how in the digital age to be able to handle their finances too, because the more we just go on with time, the more it's going to be. Obviously we know from scripture, and we're not going to dive into all the theological ramifications of whatever else, but it appears that it's all going to move digital anyway. So making sure that they know how to, navigate, the digital aspect of finances.